Wonder if this audio actually sounds any good. So let's try. That's gonna sound like crap if I do it that way. Plus RX. See how that works. Okay, let's try this out. I'm also gonna try it and see. I gotta make that smaller somehow. Okay, we're down here. All right, so we're gonna see how this works. Got my little wireless microphone. This is actually kind of cool. How much? Let's go to 2 miles an hour. And also, I'm gonna see if so you guys are just piloting in right now. We have a little bit of a different looking stream. I'm gonna try to get my cardio at the same time. So if you guys are wondering why I'm walking, I have a treadmill that I've had for a while. Haven't used it as much as I thought I would, but I figured while I'm streaming to that, sorry, while I'm streaming, it makes a little bit more sense to try to get my steps in at the same time. This actually keeps me a little bit more accountable to a step counter because it gets really cold in Canada. But also, I'm using a wireless mic, so if I want to talk kind of hands free, I can do that. Dope. I want to do this at work. Rhett, what's going on? Yeah, Rhett, you're the first one in. Roman, what's going on, boss? Dope. I want to do this at work. Yeah, I figured that like I'm probably going to stream in 2026 a lot more, but also because I'm training for a couple of things, doing this in the wintertime is a lot better. It's a lot easier. Also, it's a great way to test out the autofocus. What's going on, Mario? Impromptu stream. Couple things. One, there's going to be some changes to the channel, which might be a good thing or might be a bad thing. I don't really know yet. Two, I'm technically officially on vacation, which means I'll do live streams because I like hanging out. But every video that I was going to make in 2025 in like pretty much into February, I've done already. So I'm just chilling at this point. I need one of those treadmills while I edit. Hey, you know what? I have a dumb question, and maybe I'll try this out. But doing live stream only reviews of things, because I feel like they do a little bit better. So like, I got a video on this microphone coming up. I feel like the stream is probably the better way to review this than actually doing a dedicated video. I'm gonna do a dedicated video. I committed to that already. But even doing things like a walking treadmill, and my thing is that as long as I can maintain a conversation, I could do this for 2.5 hours. Should be good. Did I change my streaming camera? No, I'm still using the S1R2. I use that. It's a lot easier. It's already on my desk. I use the S1 II. I take that with me all the time because I have both. So one goes in the bag, one stays at home. So I've been using that for a while, and also because of the USB function that goes like directly into the computer, it's super easy to use. Hey, what's going on, Thomas? Made it to a stream. Let's go. But yeah, this is going to be a treadmill stream. Also, audio wise, can you hear the treadmill? Let me know if you guys could hear the treadmill because I'm kind of curious. If it's super distracting, I don't know how long this will last, but hopefully because this microphone's super close, maybe I won't have to deal with that. So, big fan of Shooting with Will. So for those of you guys that don't know the lore, I worked on operating for Will Tennyson's channel for like 2.5 years. I haven't been on that channel since like 2023, man. It's been like 3 years. So no, I don't. City Bench. Hey, what's going on, Ben? Getting the S1R2. Sorry, getting the S1 II in 3 weeks. Super excited. You're gonna have a lot of fun. Oh, how did I miss Mac in the building? Mac's in here. Oh no, the dislike bout is here again. So basically what's gonna happen is I guess you guys don't see dislikes. I'll get a dislike on like a 30-second timer from now until an hour from now, and then it'll all disappear when it comes out. So Trouble's extremely quiet, not noticeable. Okay, cool. I like that. I can deal with that. That's perfect. Because I figured this is like a great way to get exercise and cardio in. Like if I live stream 2 times a week, I get like 4 hours of cardio in. That's perfect. You kind of want to get like a half hour a day. No distraction with the treadmill. All right, cool. We're also using this Mauno PD200W. This is gonna be a wireless microphone that's in here as well. Someone's keeping us humble on them dislikes, and it'll time up. You guys can't see it, but it'll time up like maybe every 2 minutes for the first hour. Does a treadmill have open gait? No, but it actually helps my gait, like your walking gait, not like 3x2 or anything else. But it'll actually help a little bit because a lot of us spend our time sitting and our lower backs get in pain. So if I start walking, especially at a pace like this, super easy. Whoever is doing that is obsessed with you. Yeah, it's a weird thing. It started happening right around, like Cam gets it too, where like we'll be midstream and then like almost in like exact intervals of time, someone will throw a dislike down. And sometimes it far exceeds the people in the stream where it kind of gives it away. And then when you check your analytics after, most of them go away. Or there's a shadow group on Reddit or something that's like, Kofi's live, go and dislike it. I don't care. 20 bit 43 float 10,800 p 12k. That's hilarious. If Kofi is heavy breathing, he's starting his ASMR channel. When I start heavy breathing, that means that I should probably do this more often and not suck at it. That's good, man. I have one under my desk too. Past year, I lost 60 pounds with just that. That's wild, Mac. 60 pounds is a lot. 60 pounds is like life changing. Like you could write off so many potential health risks losing 60 pounds. And you know what? If I'm going to be frank, I could lose 60. I could get back into my powerlifting bodybuilding shape at some point in my life, but the idea is just to have more steps in because I find in the wintertime I'm very inactive and that sucks. Mac with the super chat. Thank you very much. Helping me get my money back on this treadmill. Random though, if you guys want it, if you guys want like live stream specific reviews, I feel like that actually might be kind of fun. Also, I think for like the brands, it might do better depending on what it is. Like this treadmill, honestly, because no one's gonna watch a video on my main channel about a treadmill. Absolutely nobody. Hey, what's up, Kofi? Good to see you on Easy Saturday afternoon. Not hitting the treadmill. Looking forward to see you in 2026. Oh yeah. Okay. So speaking of which, when I mean that I'm on vacation between now and February 1st, outside of things I've already pre-recorded, I'm not making any videos. I actually just did I finished my 875 kind of series. There's footage I didn't get, and I don't care. Someone else is going to get it. I'll let people kind of fill in the gaps where they need to. Anything that I record, I've made like a really hard set goal that today at 11:59, no more editing, not shooting. I have some brand obligations that have to be in a certain place, but that's only like 1 or 2 videos, and that's between now and like February 1st. You're not going to see a lot of me outside of live streams, which I think I'll do live streams once a week. You might not see much of me until February 1st because it's kind of dead for one. I want to go on vacation and enjoy it. My sister started her channel as well. So my sister and I are going to do a lot of collab stuff while we're in West Africa, and I want to enjoy that. So I don't feel like keeping up with everything. Kofi, although cameras are awesome, but what camera do you want to see in 2026? I would love to see a product line from Lumix that's more production styled. I think everybody wants to. I'd love to see if Nikon has like a new ZR type. Like if the ZR, I'm hoping the ZR is not the whole like we put it out once and you won't see it again for like 4 years in terms of an update. I hope they have something else that kind of comes with that. I think you will at some point. Maybe not in 26, but hopefully. I'm curious to see what Blackmagic does because I feel like they've kind of answered everything for so long in terms of what we want out of cameras, and they always have a new like big tech thing every NAB. But now that they've kind of done, like they have the Pixis, Cinema Camera 6K, the Ursas are out, all of the like the control panel stuff is out. I don't really know where you can go from there, so I'm very curious because they show up and show out every April, bro. Show up and show out every time. I'm curious what they'll do now. We get to ask questions too. Yeah, this is actually the perfect way about doing this, right? Like, you walk on the treadmill. I stream for like 2 hours. I hit 2 birds with one stone. I get a piece of content out, connect to the community. Hopefully, like I think it takes about an hour 45 minutes, hour 45. I think I get 10,000 steps. So by the time the stream's over, I hit 10K for the day, and we're good. We are headed down to CES. I'm dreading it. I'll be in Africa. I'm not going this year. I'll go to CES like every other year, and I've missed CES exclusively because I usually do Ghana December to end of January. And like, I'm not into consumer tech just yet, not like by choice, but like, I just haven't done it as much. So for me, I don't really benefit a lot from going to CES. NAB, Cine Gear, that kind of thing, totally fine. But hey, besides having your color checker on set, how do you grade the white balance for the gym, specifically when you look at the shadows, highlights, and midtones? Honestly, I turn the lights off in the gym if you can. Like I usually will like either I'll go location scout. I'll sometimes like if I'm in a higher end gym, generally their lights are a lot better quality. But outside of that, if their lights are ugly, I just turn them off. Put my own in. I had I used to have 16 nan light Pavo tubes. Whenever I didn't like the lights there, I just put my own. Personally, I'd like to see a production V-mount style battery camera from Panasonic with the S12 sensor. That's all I'm waiting for. Honestly, man, with autofocus, and it's funny because I did I finished my S12 A75 review, and I think at one point I mentioned at higher frame rates, the autofocus and subject tracking doesn't work. And then I tested it again after the firmware update. Yeah, it totally does. It's just the higher frame rate open gate modes it doesn't work. So 4K, 120 frames a second, 4K 60, open gate 24 frames a second at 5.1, 4.8, 6K. They all work. It's just the high frame rate open gate modes that you lose the the subject tracking, and you still get touch tracking via HDMI. Like you can still use the touch thing to put your focus point places. I didn't know that, so I had to actually I recorded it today, and then I set it, and now I gotta there's a bunch of videos that you'll see, and you'll be able to tell because I'll change outfits, where I community note myself on Twitter, but in the video because clearly I didn't do enough deep diving before and after firmware updates. Specifically, yeah. So Mac, I'm trying to explain. Yeah. What if you can't turn off having mismatched temperatures? So what you could do, the second thing you can do, if you have built-in NDs in your camera, if you have NDs, ND your filter down enough that the lights are super underexposed, and then bring your own lights in. So that way, the cast that you might get from the ND, like the light, you're cutting that light down, and then you're bringing something in. Like the best way to combat lights that are ugly is bring a light that's stronger than the lights that are ugly. And sometimes you can't change them, so that's the easiest way to do it. Gotta be healthy, right? Yeah, 10K a day, bro. Did you do the 10-minute pre-record thing on your Blackmagic cameras? I haven't done the firmware update yet. So that's going to be another thing I want to do on vacation too, is update all my cameras, clean all my cameras, because some of them are dirty. Kind of test out the firmware. I might actually do a firmware video in Ghana. Right now, I'm actually trying to figure out what I'm going to travel pack with. I know I'm going to bring Fuji. Let me borrow the GFX 102 because I'm going to actually shoot a lot of fashion stuff while I'm in West Africa. We're also going to have a special guest on the channel who's going to be fairly regularly here, who is in the house right now. And it's not who you think. Actually, it might be who you think. She's been in videos before. But my younger sister, who was wooing in the background, is going to be a guest on this channel. She's going to get my S9. And we have a bunch of West African themed collab videos that we're going to plan out because she's been working her ass off on TikTok. And I'm trying to get her into YouTube. And the easiest thing that I can do is A, collab posts, and B, give her all the stuff that she might need to make a YouTube channel with. So we're going to do that while we're there. And it's going to be super fun. What if I can't turn them off? How's the battery on the C50 when you had it? That was pretty standard. I think I got an hour. I think I got an hour each battery. I think the only battery life that's way above average, honestly, was the A75. That got an hour and a half most of the time. C50 is about an hour. S12 is a little under an hour. That thing, it destroys batteries. The Pixis on BPU batteries is pretty short. Yeah, for the most part, an hour is pretty standard. Solution, no more opening it. That's never a solution. Yeah, the battery drains quick. You're also running a lot out of that sensor too. Hey, we got the legend Brandon Washington in the building. Hey, bro, hope you enjoy your vacation. Walking live stream seems genius. Man, you're about to see a slim, thick Kofi. 2026. We're gonna see. But no, actually, no. I'm very behind in my training. I was training for the High Rocks Toronto in October. I have a trainer for it, but like, I'll be real with you guys. A lot of these comparison videos that take me like 15 hours each to make, a ton of testing and location stuff. All the A75 videos are unsponsored. So I'm just goodness out of my heart spending money trying to do these videos and spend a lot of time trying to like make sure I got everything I needed for 4 separate videos. They're all like 20 minutes long. I've just been in the gulag for like, I think it's like 80 hours this week, maybe 80 to 100. The C50 videos, I think we only had, I think it was just art list. That took 100, and that was like not even a month beforehand. One thing that might change in the channel, the packaging of comparison videos will still be there, but not in the sense of how they used to be. Because I think right now at this point, I feel like I'm just saying the same thing with specs all the time. I'm like, low light's great on both. Dynamic range is great on both. One has a little more. This has this feature, this has this feature. I think that's kind of, even for me, it's getting a little boring, but I still like the concept. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do videos where I play off of like somebody else who might have the camera, and then it becomes like a more collaborative thing where we're shooting something and it's not about which one is better. It's just about two opposites, like not even two opposites, just two people enjoying their camera and having some fun. So I got a Action 5, Action 6. It's going to feature my younger sister because we're trying to find her little content kit. I only remember this because Brandon Washington, but I'm planning to go to Houston. Brandon, I'm going to send you that text back. But Houston's the only city right now that I know of that has a very active fitness community, even in the wintertime. So there's a couple guys that I know there, so I want to shoot some stuff there. And I asked Brandon if he wanted to be a part of that. So there's stuff like that. Like I kind of want to be a bit more interactive. I like tech stuff. I like camera tech. That's never going to change. But I think I want to add more fun back into it, even if I'm not super up to date on every spec, if that makes sense. I'll give it a shot. Hey, let's go. Does Mike have built-in noise reduction? How can we not hear your giant feet walking on the treadmill? See, this is that Mountain PD200W, bro. There actually is noise reduction and EQ that you could program into the microphone on your computer. So that's why. That's why you can't hear nothing. Aunt's Kofi. Cass, I think your name is also Kofi. My chat thinks your name is also Kofi. So she said we are Kofi. So there we go. No, it's because we both have the same. Actually, no. Your day name is not even on Friday. Yeah, your day name's the next day, so technically not. Man, that's super cool of you. I'm really. Yeah, no, I think you know what. Even my mom is trying to do YouTube now, so you might see a new wave of YouTube where it's like we're the weird African YouTube family, which is going to be kind of funny, but they're all in completely different niches. My sister's in beauty and fashion. My mom wants to have a finance channel. Obviously, I have tech. But yeah. No, my Nikon ZR is coming with me, bro. I think I'm gonna do ZR Pixis GFX 102 because there's some really cool places that we're going to where I want to get some X-Pan work done in some of the locations that we're going to. But also one of the things that like I brought up to brands, and I hope they kind of take it seriously. And this is not to any creator that's gone there, but every time I see any sort of content that's like made in Africa, oftentimes it's like zoo animals, village children. And I'm like, the way that American marketing of that content is being lied to people, I'm like, that's not cool. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going out of my way to make a lot of content, but the content's not necessarily going to be what you normally would expect when someone says, I'm going to go and shoot in Africa. No Kenyan runners, no safari animals, no kids with no shoes on. Like, I want to shoot fashion. I want to shoot food. I want to shoot the cultural stuff that's there. And it's not even like the creators like that go there and that happens know any better because like somebody's from there. But kind of bringing the best out of that way without having to like kind of play on stereotypes a little bit. So that's what the whole point of the trip is. So I want to bring my best. So I could answer that for you, but I'm not going to do it because if I'm going to go to my country, if I'm going to my country, well, you mean to tell me I'm going to bring a medium format camera to Japan, an S camera to Japan, and I'm gonna skimp out on Ghana? Yeah, Quest, yes, you're not going to, you're not serious. But if I had to, I'd probably pick the Typox. I'll bring like the 28, a 50, a 21. I got my Laowa 12, Nikon ZR, and a microphone. That's what I would bring. Oh, you said two lenses. Okay, so probably 21 and a 50 with an ND filter. But yeah, I'm not doing this minimalistic shit in my home country, but then maximize when I go somewhere else. If I'm gonna bring a GFX 102 to the desert in California, you best believe I'm bringing 12K out to my place. I ain't doing that. I ain't play that shit. Slim thick Kofi. Yeah, that's what we call it, bro. But yeah, I think this is actually pretty easy. Like this is like I can maintain a conversation. Right now I'm at like I got like a 2,500 steps. I can do this all day. I'm doing High Rocks in Houston. Oh, let's go, Brandon. You've been running. I've been behind. I'm like a week and a half behind, so I got to double up for like during the holidays too. So C50 is my dream camera. Hey, let's go. It's a really good camera. I use it. Like when I use it, it was really nice. Upcoming Sony events at Temu. For those of you guys that don't know the lore, TMU is kind of sounds like Temu. Yes, actually, I just saw my Sony rep today when I bought the A7 IV back. End of February is what it sounds like. This might be the bigger of the events that we've ever done. I got something on my shirt. This might be the biggest of the events. There's something on my shirt. Damn. Okay, well, hang on a second. You guys are gonna laugh, but I'm wearing a Sony Kondo shirt under this. And also, I almost lost my whole life taking the sweater off while on a treadmill. But yeah, no, it's gonna be one of our biggest events. Hey, Merry Christmas, bro. It's a very good camera. Been switching on and off between the FX3A and the C50. Yeah, also, I will say Mac has some of the best product photography I've ever seen. We are Kofi. That's wild. You guys are wild with this Wakanda things. Kofi doing that long walk stream. Honestly, this is actually like if you're trying to get in better shape, but also I think people don't realize that like, as long as you burn the calories, my fucking thing just went out. As long as you burn the calories, it doesn't really matter how intense they are. I mean, there's certain aspects of those benefits from, but being able to do this and make content at the same time, I like this. I think everyone should get with Threadmill like this, man. Kofi, I have the Fuji X-H1 with 3 lenses that I don't find myself using that much. Do you have any experience with the X-H1 thinking of selling I actually don't. I've never used one. My first Fuji camera that I owned was the GFX 50R. And I love that camera. And truthfully, I almost brought the 50R, but then I talked to Fuji and I'm like, hey, you guys don't have enough GFX 102 content in Africa that's not stereotypes. So they sent me that in the 23 and the 55 to go and shoot some stuff. I think we really dope to see travel footage from Africa. It's incredibly beautiful. There's a lot of new architecture. I think that would be you guys would be shocked about what things look like there versus what they tell you here. That's all I'm gonna say. But you'll see it. You'll see it in the content. Also, am I wearing this shirt backwards? Probably. Who knows? The whole family. Yeah, like my mom actually has a room in the house where she's like, when I retire and I make YouTube videos, like this is the room. It's actually a really dope room. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like what a finance YouTuber's room would look like. She doesn't know anything about cameras, but that's what she plans on doing. Cam, you should take a like at Africa. Cam, you're only doing that. That's you're being selfish. I ain't doing that. I got my GFX. That's fine. Make sure you're well insured. Yes, sir. Check out Jeremy Doku's vlogs while he's out there. Accra is overdone. Show us the goodness of Kumasi. My whole family's from Accra though. So my family's from Accra. We're going to Abri. My dad's from Kumasi, but I don't know if we'll stay. I don't know if we'll stay there for very long. I stayed there last time. Shill Team 6 for Sony. Here's the thing, and this is kind of the general consensus. If you want a spoiler alert for the Sony videos, like the camera's solid. It's just the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills is a solid football team. Buffalo Bills also hasn't won a Super Bowl since I was born. Actually, maybe it has. It hasn't won a Super Bowl in 10 years. It's not bad. It's just not my first choice. Hitting that zone 2 cardio. It's probably zone 1. I feel like I could go a little faster. Actually, I'll go 2.2. If I had a high profile shoot, I'd bring neither of those. I have an Ursus Cine 12K. Why would I do that? Sorry, that was. I would bring neither. Actually, no, that's a lie. I would probably pack the S12. I'd probably take the S12 with me. That's a lie. Thank you, man. These live becoming such a skill creator. Hey, I might. The way that I'm trying to do this channel a little bit differently, I might. It was actually funny. I was on I had a production yesterday, and it's a bigger set. And like, I don't work on giant sets very often, but this one had like 100 people. We were shooting for someone, or a Fortune 500 a little bit. And I want to treat the channel a little bit more like production, not necessarily in like the formalized side of things, but like kind of streamline and scale certain stuff to give more time to kind of make cooler videos and have more fun. But it was interesting, the conversations that were happening while we were on set between agency and client were like the exact same conversations that happen on YouTube between brands and creators. And I think it's a weird thing where like production workers think that YouTube is so different. I'm like, the conversations and like the pitfalls and things you get annoyed by are the same damn thing. They're so similar. It was funny because like we were shooting something and then like there was a change last minute, but the change was urgent enough, but it was last minute. And I'm like, and like almost the verbiage was exactly the same as like brand deals I've worked on. So it was interesting. So dope that your YouTube career has shown the fam what's possible. Yeah, man. I would love to. Like, my brother's not going to do YouTube. I don't think he's necessarily a personality type for it. But like, my mom and dad watch it all. My mom and dad watch YouTube like they watch TV. My sister, when she finished fashion school, wanted to start making content because like, when you own your own business, you kind of have to, like, that's what you kind of have to do. So she's kind of adapted into that. And it's kind of the same thing as like we're not like, you don't just kind of just start off and suddenly be good at something. You have to put your like the work in. And she does a series called working on my fashion portfolio every day until something happens. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of the same concept when I started doing camera stuff, where I worked on filmmaking videos until something happened. And then when something happened, you know, you ride that out, right? So it's kind of cool to see that trickle down. And, you know, if you can cultivate that, it'd be cool. Also have no problem with any camera company except for maybe Ricoh as a Nikon boy. We need to get great shots in the can, not a potato. I've never used Ricoh. I've never used Olympus or OM Systems or whatever they call themselves now. Or Kin Infinity. So like 3 companies I've just never used and never bothered to. Or Zcam. Because I always felt like Zcam was like budget red, but like not quite. Cam, does your Threadmill have open gate? Okay, you know what? You know what I should do? I should make an Amazon affiliate link because I know Cam did your boy dirty, didn't use my affiliate link, didn't ask me for affiliate link either. You know, that's how these guys roll, eh? Won't do nothing for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make an Amazon affiliate link for the microphone, and I'm gonna make an Amazon affiliate link. I'll make an Amazon affiliate link for the Threadmill. Where am I going to go with that? Let me go to my Genius Link. Genius Link login. You know my login. What you talking about? There we are. Yeah, I'm going to have these. I'll have those links up in a second. Give me 1 second. Cam just doing me dirty out here. Be like, I bought a Threadmill. I'm like, oh, so you didn't send your boy? No, all right, bet. So Mac, to be fair, I asked the brand for the affiliate link and they sent it to me like 3 days after you asked me. So I'm gonna just make my own. It's funny because I'm supposed to do this video, and I feel like there's more people going to buy the mic and the Threadmill. Mauno, PD, 200. I'm gonna put 200 up. There are more people gonna buy this stuff from the live stream than I think the dedicated YouTube videos. If I'm being totally honest with you. Mount PD 100W. Also, for those of you guys that are wondering, this microphone, it's $100. It's nothing, and it's wireless too. Like, I could walk around like this all day long. And I tried it in a psych wall studio a little while ago, and what's it called? Worked perfectly fine. Hang on a second, my channel's changing, maybe not for the better. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna put this mount on mic. Let me put that affiliate link in there real quick. Also, I'm sorry the table's shaking. I'm like walking and holding the table down at the same time. My microphone. Stream. Threadmill. So yeah, I should have that added up right about now. So if you guys are interested in it, you guys can go and check. Getting your steps in. Hey, what up, Eloria? You better get AC before you do the treadmill in the midsummer. Oh, no, I got AC. Don't worry. My building has AC, thank God. No open gate, but it has wood panels. Because your boy be bougie. Yeah, I don't know why you do that. Cam just can't buy regular stuff for no reason. You'll be like, hey, Cam, do you want to buy a pair of shoes? You're like, yeah, I'll get Jordan 1s exclusive. I'm like, dog, we're just walking. He's going to go and buy like $300 on running shoes to go and walk on the treadmill in his house where no one can see him. Watch. They know what he's going to do. He's going to make a YouTube video talking about like the art of wearing like $300 on running shoes. Watch what's going to happen. I guarantee you. And he's going to shoot on his Blazar lenses and get Jericho to like get shots of his feet while he does it. Hey, Merry Christmas, bro. Any settings you recommend for the mic? Because yours sounds great. I go over that in the video. There's pre-made EQs on there. So I have mine set to podcast 2. So if you're on the Mount mic kit, actually, I think, hang on 1 second. See if I could share the screen here. I can't, won't let me. But when you go into there, so you download the Mount mic, you'll see a little thing that comes up and it says basics, scenes, and then there's original, and then I just go to podcast 2. And that's going to be it. I don't be based on your space, but I thought, no. I think it's just drop a link on the mic. Hey, I'm dropping it right now. Hang on. Just you might have to restart the stream, but I'm also going to drop a link for the treadmill too. Because like, hey, you know what? I think as creators, I was talking to Cam about this earlier. I feel like a lot of the stuff we get riled up about as creators wouldn't even be problems if we all hit our protein intake and exercise regularly. And sometimes exercise is as easy as this. Okay, so for those of you guys that are interested in the treadmill or the what's it called? The microphone, both links are in the description. You might have to refresh the page though. Maybe bias, yeah. Merry Christmas, bro. You prepping for that High Rocks? Yeah, I'm trying. I realize that it's far harder to do it because I have like, I've been behind this week, man. I haven't trained since Monday, and just because I've been in the school log making videos. Also, one of the things I'm talking about and why the channel's changing, I think I'm finally at the time where I'm gonna put out a single-digit number of videos per month. This month I've done, by the time I do everything, I think 12 or 13. Last month was 12 or 13. This year in general, like I usually will have like just under or right about 100 videos a year. And that was just my own personal thing of like, I don't want to complain about results from the work that I didn't do. So when I see other creators that have bigger followings or have more opportunities, I'm like, cool, you have to minimum put as much work as you see them doing. So I'm going to try my best to do that now. So I think at this point, I'm going to put a little bit more effort into maybe making like 1.25 to 1.5 videos a week instead of like 3 uploads a week. Mid-70s station stick-on wagon. Yeah, Cam probably has an industrial tripod just so he can, industrial treadmill just to walk. Give us a guiding word, wisdom for the stream. Probably by the end. I got something. Hey, kama. which means like if you like something a lot or you love something or like someone shows you something that you're quite impressed with. Eyekama. I can't. The hard part with doing the Ghanaian word of the stream, the day on stream is I can't put the spelling on the screen. Also, my HDMI cable having a terrible time right now. Strapped to my legs and my feet. That's wild. Cove, you need a rucksack. I don't think this treadmill can have that weight capacity. This is an office treadmill, bro. I don't think we can do those kind of things. Hit me up though in a couple months. Maybe I'll try rucking. That's fine. Cam, no hassle. Yeah, you know what? A hassle might be too heavy for him to carry. Carbon fiber plated shoes walking on a treadmill. He would. He wouldn't make a video about it. Mano has dope little XLR interface too. They do. This one has it built in. So like I could XLR directly in here. I could 3.5 jack in here. I have the 3.5 jack receiver. They sell it separately, but I use it on the ZR because that's 32-bit float. $100. $100. That's one max super chat. So saw your post on the FX3, was going to go out and use the C50, pick up the FX3, just in your honor instead. Worked out well because the lighting was in. Hey, let's go. I actually shot a big campaign on two FX6s. Now, this was like yesterday. I would say that the FX6 wasn't the first choice, and we might have preferred shooting an open gate because of the job that we had to do. And that was funny. It was a funny part of the conversation because, like, obviously a lot of people in the production world have no idea about this, like, open gate, whatever stupid conversation. And we were just talking, and I'm like, when we found out the cameras we were shooting on, first thing we had a conversation about is like, well, we have to do a bunch of vertical content. We would have probably done better to shoot on a Venice or the Ursa Cine 12K and a higher resolution, which is easier for the client. But the client, I guess, was already sold in FX6s, which neither of us knew. And my first thought was, I'm like, this is the perfect example of needing open gate for professional work. Everyone's editing. My Coco's diary, you got that. Hey, thanks, man. But yeah, no, there was like, it was funny. But also another new, I would say, change that's going to happen. And again, these might not be good things. I don't know. One, less uploads. In terms of long form, I think I'm going to try doing a lot more short form. The reason for that, too, is I've heard this from multiple brands, is that short form content views are kind of being looked at the same as long form content views. So I might spend a full 2 days doing this A75 first impressions video. And what'll end up happening is that maybe you'll get 20,000 views. I did a collab reel with Chris Brockers, like, what was it, Pro Fusion? So it was like a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. I'm going to tell you how many views it has right now. And it took maybe 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes to do. And technically it was a reel for Laowa, for the Laowa 12mm. That video right now has 915,000 views for a fraction of the time. And if brands are actively saying that they're looking at these things the same way, who am I to stress myself out and increase my cortisol, because that's bad for your fat gain? Who am I to stress myself out and throw down 100 videos a year? That's insane. So, yeah, I'm finally free until next year. Just wrapped yesterday. Hey, also, I want everyone to take some time to, like, recalibrate, bro. Like, this year was a lot, especially if you're into the tech side of things, if that's an interest of yours. A lot of stuff came out this year. I'm going to try to step out of some things. And also, you may see less follow-up videos. You also might see less comparison videos. I might have a couple here and there. But, yeah, man, everyone recalibrate. I think it's one of the big thing, too. All right, lads, take it easy and get back into finishing up. Hey, what's going on? Have a good weekend, bro. And also, I may not talk to you till sometime. Merry Christmas to you as well. I will have some videos and watching for Christmas, but just making sure everybody knows. I tend to watch less than 30-minute videos. Any longer and I skip unless it's Kofi or Cam. I'll take that to the bank because I could yap. I could yap for a long time. Also, this HDMI cable, it's cooked. And it keeps shutting on and off. And I think it's partly because, is it pulling on the power cord? I raised up my desk, which I might have to actually put down a little bit. I think it's pulling on the cable that plugs in my monitor and it keeps turning on and off. And let me just. Oh God, hang on one second. I'm gonna try to do this with while walking at the same time. Yeah, there we go. Let's go. Can I get autofocus again? Yeah, and the autofocus works great. Let's go. This is perfect. Okay, so I do need help potentially. We're trying to figure out what to pack for this Ghana trip. So videos that I'm thinking of doing, because I'm basing off of the videos that I kind of want to do. Oh, this actually my court's cooked. Oh no, Talbussi's here. I gotta go. Why, Cam? You scared? You scared of a little Talbussi? What's going on? Hey, we got a super chat from Marcus. Thank you so much, Marcus. Also, something that's changing on the channel, or something that's always kind of been there, and I stopped talking about. I started a Discord, like, I want to say 4 months ago, and I mentioned it like once, and then never said anything again. I also started a channel membership where I'm going to start giving out some of the raw footage and the reviews in 2026. And every month I just put them all in the folder because, one, it's just easy for me to back up in case I want to clear a drive, but also people want to play with footage. Mac knows all about that. So yeah, if you want to join that, you can. But I'm going to try to do a little bit more on the membership community side of things. After watching other creators, I feel like I don't necessarily need the audience to get much bigger than what it is now. 100K be great, and I feel like I would like after that I don't care, and then I want to go a little bit instead of getting more audience members, just go a bit deeper in terms of what I want to talk about and stuff. So community stuff is probably coming up, but Discord has been there. I'll put a link in the description, and yeah, the membership stuff has always been there. I get the membership content out when I can, and I'm trying my best. I'm trying to put all my lighting reviews, my lighting breakdowns in there, and some behind the scenes stuff. Hey, what's going on, Robert? Merry Christmas. Are spending most of your Ghana trip in the same place or traveling around the country? I'll be around. I think we're going to like mostly it'll be in Ashanti Land. If you guys know what that is, it's a region of Ghana. So we'll be in the Obri Mountains for a little bit. Accra is probably going to be where our mainstay is. We'll be around like East Legon by the airport. We'll go to Kumasi. My dad's family's from there, so we'll go visit. But for the most part, we'll be in Accra area. But I'll be around. I'll be all over the place. And then I don't know if you guys know Flow Shop, PHLOSHOP, photographer, candid photographer, but he's in Accra. So me and him have a couple of videos that we want to do while I'm there, and he's in the Accra area, kind of Jamestown situation. So that's two. Tripod of choice. Here's the thing. I don't know. So I have a Falcam tree root. I have a Falcam tree root. But also I got this not Blazar. I got the small rig Tribex, which I think I could fit that into a carry-on or a check luggage because I got 2 check bags. And if I could fit that into a checked bag, I might bring that Tribex with me. I feel like that's going to be like the easiest one because I could deploy it quickly. I'm not going to reach over and get it because I'll fall and die. So I don't want to do that. How long have I been on this thing? Hey, we're at like 45 minutes. This actually might be the flow right now. Do a little live stream. How many steps am I at? Let me see. Let me see that. It's like 45 minutes. This actually might be the wave right now. Yeah, I'm almost at 5,000 steps. I can get 5,000 more in one sitting. Get my content in. We got super chats too. So like, 3 things happen. Let me get 10,000 steps. We got about $50 in super chats. And we got a live stream. Also, yeah, during January, I'll probably live stream once a week. I may upload twice because I have to. That's about all you're going to hear from me. For December, I'll probably have the A75 first impressions tomorrow. And then I'll do A75, A74, A75 on Monday. The S2 I'll do after Christmas. So you guys aren't going to see that till Boxing Day. A75 Nikon ZR. I got a video on these Mikey made Z mount autofocus prime lenses that are really friggin' sharp. They're really nice, actually, surprisingly. So I actually got some of Nikon's 1.8 primes that I compared them to. And then what else do I got? This microphone. I got a video for this microphone. That's it for the year. Yeah, own me. Are you gonna be shooting with any other GH based shooters? Yes. So right now, Flow Shop is the only one that I know personally. So that's the only one I know for sure. So we're booking Airbnbs. We're trying to source up models and stuff like that, and some concepts and stuff. My sister's also doing some fashion stuff down there too. So I'll shoot. So one of my videos might actually be me shooting some fashion stuff with my younger sister. But yeah, those are going to be, so far, those are the two things I'm going to do. I still want to actually have fun on this trip too, so I don't want to shoot every single day. I'm only there for 3 weeks. So I'll probably do about like 3 days of that. Probably spend a lot of the other time chilling out, sleeping in, enjoying. Phil. Phil, what's your favorite unique way to use the Kofi cups? I just got mine, and these things are amazing. Thank you, man. I was actually really nervous about that because I remember I went to CES last year, and I went to go try to source out making them battery operated. The hard part with that, though, is it made it big, it made it bulky, wouldn't stand the weather because of battery. That was kind of a tough one. But they're super strong, they're nice. But anyways, the most unique way, I put lights on things. So sometimes I don't have a C stand, or like sometimes I want a light, but like it's against my the door to my balcony has a glass on it. And I'll stick a light on the glass and I'll use that as a key light. So that way I could focus in a little bit more light, but still use natural light coming in from the window. I use it that way. Oh, AJ, the fuck is Boxing Day? That's Black Friday for Canadian people. So that's usually the day right after Christmas. So you guys have Black Friday, which I guess is the Friday before or after Thanksgiving. Boxing Day for us is just the day after Thanksgiving. So same concept, bunch of holiday sales, people go crazy. Don't go to a Best Buy, but same concept. Greg, I know. What's it called? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my flight to Houston. I'm about to go see Brandon Washington after I go to Ghana. So I won't come back right after and see the cold. I will literally go to a place that is not cold, directly coming from a place that is not cold. So I might not be in Canada until like maybe February. I'm hoping, excuse me, I'm hoping at some point I could kind of finesse my way to not spend winters here at all, or at least come back in like March, so it's kind of cold but not too cold. I don't got that kind of money yet. I don't got Cam Mackey money. And Cam Mackey lives in the desert, so he never has to worry about snow. So, oh, what's going on? I hope you are doing well, man. It's really good meeting you on that event that we can't really talk about yet. But yeah, hope you're well, man. Hope you're doing well. Also, thank you for you know what you did. Thank you. That was so cryptic, but like you guys will figure it out in like 2 months. All right, let me see here. How much time have we got on this? Have I got an hour yet? I'm at 5,000 steps. This is great. Cam, it's only sus because you weren't there. You weren't invited. And now you got to make it everybody else's problem. Don't be a party pooper. Be a team player. But be on the team that wins. Which is my team, actually. Also, when I pick up this mic and put it back down, because I can't hear it. Do you guys hear me putting it down? Like, does this shock mount actually hold up? Or can you like hear me do that? Like, does that make a crazy sound? Boxing Day is the day after Christmas, based on the British tradition of boxing of decoration. Oh, I thought it was based on the day where like you're not supposed to get Christmas presents on Christmas Day. The unboxing of Christmas gifts was Boxing Day. I got that wrong. Cam and Kirk can see how much has any steps in the end. I feel like based on my far longer attention span, I would beat Cam. Because he'll see something shiny or he'll like think about his Leica for a second and fall off a thing. So I think I could beat Cam in that. Bro, I'd love to get a can in the wintertime. It's always raining over here in Vancouver. Oddly enough, Jason, I go to Vancouver on Wednesday. So I get to see some rain instead of snow. My people come from runners. Cool. Then Cam, let's do a powerlifting workout together and see how that goes. You'll put your best lift up. I'll put my last lift up. Let's do that. We'll just see. Asher, how's your channel? Oh, so I guess I didn't talk about all the things yet. For one, probably posting a lot less videos. I think 10 to 13 uploads a month. A little bit excessive. I'd also would like to think that I have accumulated enough of a subscriber base that the volume side of things I could slow down on. That's one. Two, you will see a new co-host on this channel, which will be super fun because it's my younger sister. And if you guys are weirdos, I know where you live. The other thing is also, I didn't mention this. So I'm working with the retail store Excellent Photo. They're based out of Montreal, Canada. And essentially we created a project pitch to every major camera manufacturer to do a doc series on sports that are uniquely Canadian. So your boy's going to have to film dog sledding this year. And the Highland Games, there's some stuff at the Calgary Stampede. But basically I'm shooting different sports across the country that are unique to the country, unique to the province. Nice part about that is almost everybody across the board has said yes in some sort of way, either lending gear, giving gear, or paying for the funding to actually have it happen, which is really cool. Downside of that, I'm going to be gone most of the year. Like most of the year. I don't think I'll actually have time to make as many videos as I usually do. And I even had less time this year because there were so many brand trips and all the other stuff. So you might not see a lot of me in the long form perspective of things. Short form, you might see too much of me. Well, not like that, but you know what I mean. So just less long form content. Another change that's going to happen is these live streams are going to be pretty frequent. Like I'll probably have like one a week because those are easier to sustain when I don't want to do 10 videos a month. So I'm gonna let someone else take care of that. If someone has that type of energy, keep up. So yeah, a lot of content changes. But also I think the style of comparison videos after the next ones that I have already done, I'm gonna stop doing it. I think cameras have gotten good enough to a point where like me telling you for the 15th time that the low light and everything is good is great. I don't care to do it anymore. I actually just want to have fun with the stuff. So when I do these type of versus videos, it's more of a two people having fun with the camera. Like I got an S9 ZR video I might do, and it's just me giving my S9 to my sister, and not really telling her what the specs are and let her figure it out. So it's going to be stuff like that. So the packaging for videos are still going to be around tech, camera gear, and stuff like that. But I'm going to have a little bit more fun. But doing that means I got to make a little bit less videos, totally. Because you need time to make those type of projects. So that's what I'm doing. That's how that's changing. But also, you might get a lot of the behind the scenes for these docs are either going to be shared on Excellent Photos channel, or I might have a members only stuff for some of the lighting breakdowns and stuff. Work trip once, left Mexico 38 degrees, landed in Toronto minus 38 with wind chill. Yo, I did that and I got so sick twice. Got a throat infection twice. Thought I had COVID, and I was put out for a long time. Hey, Danny Diaz, Kofi, I dig your channel. Your channel always comes across positive. I'm a fan. Most of the time, I'd say 99% of the time, I'm pretty in good spirits. There's sometimes where like the A75 video, I probably wasn't in like the best of moods because everyone's just being weirdos about OpenGate. But even at that, it was more of like me being a tired dad telling the 8-year-old stop fighting than it was me being mad about OpenGate or not having OpenGate. But those are very rare videos that happen. Outside of that, I'm having a great time. So there's no need for me to be angry. Yeah, lacrosse is huge in MD, oddly enough, along with horse racing. There's giant horse race. So you guys might not know this, but I think basketball and football, made in Canada, the oldest football trophy in the world is called the Yates Cup. And that is the divisional trophy of my university. It is, I want to say, twice as long or twice as old or 3 times as old as the Lombardi trophy. So we do have a football mini documentary going on where we go back to the first a North American football game, which is I think in McGill, Montreal. We have you have weird mixed sports. I got dog sledding, brother. Dog sledding. I got dog sledding. I think I got like a. I think we're trying to do like a dragon boat race or something like that. Like the maritime games got like dragon boat racing, stuff like that. Hey, Kofi, have you been? Just a question. I'm a Canon guy, but I have an FX3 for video to match my second shooters. I am searching for a B cam. What's your opinion on the Alpha 1? As a B cam? What you want me to tell you? If it can shoot S log 3, you good. If it has the same log curve and the same color gamut, you good. No, Kofi, you just told us you beat us up. Yeah, if you try to do something weird with my sister, of course I will. I have an obligation to, even if I don't win. Even if I don't win. Plus, she ain't like none of y'all. She said she likes tall people. Half y'all under 5'10". That ain't gonna work. Hey, what? Oh yeah, she said you got to be over 5'10" with good credit. So the way y'all be behind camera gear, I don't know how to help y'all out with that. So you know what? Go and shoot your shot. Just make sure you got your Equifax on that shit. That's all. Nice to hey NY though. I'm there more often than I like. There's no parking. Marcus, if you don't like parking, don't ever come to Toronto. There's no parking. When there is parking, it costs you like your firstborn, maybe even your second. Also, I ain't care that no one's in the stream. I'll stream to 33 people. Doesn't bother me. Also, just a really good excuse for me to get my steps in. Oh, Mighty Miggy in the building. What's going on, Miguel? How you doing, bro? I did not say I'm going to open the gates with my fist. Get out of here. Also, like, I think the A75 is dope. It might surprise some people. I think it's dope. It's just not the best thing out there, but it's dope. I'm not gonna. Someone has to be in second or third. Honestly, man, I feel like you're gonna be happy in whichever way you go. Whether you sell your FX stuff and get the R1 and C50, or you buy an A1 and match your FX3. I don't think you're gonna be mad either way. If you have work that needs open gate, you already know what I'm going to tell you. I think you already are. I think you know what I'm going to say. But yeah. Very much. If I'm doing video, I'm going to take the video centric thing. Menace Mitch. I'm talking about how I'm quitting YouTube, bro. Sorry, man. It's all over. This isn't the last video. That's it. That's all we're doing. I'm just kidding. No, there's just changing kind of a couple of contents. My output in long form is going to be a bit less. Live streams like this are probably going to be more frequent. And I'm going to take an honest run at short form content. $100K steps for 100K subs would be a wild stream. Okay, so I mentioned before, prior to this channel, I used to work with Will Tennyson, and he did a video doing 100,000 steps. That took way too long. That took like almost a full workday, to be honest with you. And I feel like he like couldn't walk. Like I think something happened to him where like he was actually injured after it. So maybe not. I'll take about an hour. I feel like I could bang out another hour. What time is it? It's like 5:30. I gotta be at a Christmas party at like 7. I could bang out another hour. Let's keep going. That'd be hot. That'd be tough. You know what? If I get to 10,000 subscribers, 100,000, I'll try it. I won't succeed, but I'll try it. What's going on, Alex? Why did Kofi sister? Credit check from Kofi sister and a police check from Kofi. You're gonna have to worry about. Yeah, that's fair. Doing good, bro. Finally getting ready because I've been working for 12 hours for the past 2 weeks. That's where I'm at right now, man. I've been in the way I've been in the gulag trying to get these videos done. It's been wild. So got the XM5 and honestly great for open gate content. Yep. Also, like guys, Lumix isn't the only cameras that do open gate. Fuji got a couple. Blackmagic has all the recent ones. So if you're, last video, what do you mean? I'm joking. That was a joke. I'm not quitting YouTube. If anything, I'm just gonna try to make better content, just less of it. That's all. I feel like every company needs to have that heat applied to them to make better cameras at all times. Sony was too comfy. Then someone comes knocking, they'll have to do more again. Yeah, that's like the only people that win in this open gate kind of debacle thing are the people buying the cameras, provided Sony listens. That's the only thing that, like, the only people that that'll help. My credit score is high enough. My height gets a few extra. Yeah, Cam, you're way too short. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, and you're out the age range, bro. Actually, Cass, what's the age cap? What's the age cap? Ooh, so there's a sliding scale between your credit score and your age. Cam, you too old. You ain't getting there. Sorry, Cass, you like deserts? That's a no. She ain't like deserts either, bro. You're out of this. The desert, the one with the sand. You ain't like that. she that's gonna happen. Hang on, wait a second. As an A7 IV owner, I'm tempted to sell my FX cams and A7 V switch systems. There, I said it. Mario, I actually didn't expect that from you. I expect, like, people who have A7 IVs, I think, are the premium customer for this. I actually do think that, like, that's probably the people that should buy this camera, or probably who's going to work best for. Everybody else, I don't know. That's the hard part. Kofi and Cam Threadmill fundraising collab stream for Guyanese. No, so Guyanese is Guyana. Struggling fashion designers. That'd actually be cool fundraiser, actually. Oh man, I had high hopes for Toronto. Nothing's more frustrating than no parking with full gear. Yeah, Toronto is just small New York. Less angry though. Yep. Cam equals short king. I don't know if you want to call him a king, but sometimes he acts like a princess. Hop on the Hokas. We're gonna height fish. Cam too like as Wembley height. Pack, you put your area code in the name. Don't be doing that. You can find out where somebody's address is with the area code in the name. You ain't not do that. So you're gonna have to wait for that kind of stuff. I don't want none of that creepiness out here on the channel. You better tuck that back in, bro. Things might get a little froggy out here. No, I'm just saying. My sister will not be on the stream today. You'll have to wait. Since you're gonna be on another hour, I'm gonna be a big back and get myself some food. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Don't kill me. But yeah. Actually, you know what I got a question for the 35 of you that are here? How many YouTube videos from a creator do you watch in a week? Like, what's your maximum? And is it like, do you watch as many as that person will put out? Or is it like, hey, I have like one or two I could watch in like a 2-week span? Because I am kind of curious, because I do content full time, I'm always watching content. So I'm always kind of wondering like how people outside of this watch stuff. Because it helps also gauge like how much is too much or how much is too little content really from regular people. I'm 5'4", guys. I'm not that short. As long as I'm taller than B-Wash. Y'all about the same height. Roman said, I am a committed subscriber and I will watch everything. Yeah, quantity over quality. Yeah, I think that's it too. I mean, sometimes people will use that as an excuse to not make anything. But for me personally, like, I like sleeping, bro. I want to train. I want to, like, it's not even so much to make like way, way better videos. But there's other things I'd rather do, honestly, than make out of the 10 videos a month, 4 of them I could deal without. And I also feel like sometimes for those videos, like the extra videos, like sometimes it's diminishing returns and I don't get anything out of it anyways. Is Toronto worth visiting? Yeah, just not in the wintertime. I probably would like midsummer. Like if you're going to do like July 1st to like August, Yeah. Cam, how's the weather down there? Apparently hot air rises, so Cam's probably pretty cold. But it lives in California, that balances it out. I'll watch as many as they put out. Okay. We got a couple super fans in the building. Who's the handsome brother that melted on the screen? I don't know. No, his name is Uncle Kofi. I don't know how to say handsome or pretty, so I'll just say Kofi. That's what it means. A very big city, lots of activities. Hey, you know what? I think Mel's trying to go to Caravana, Greg. You know about that Caravana. 2 videos a week is already physically taxing, but also you can't train for high walks for 3 videos a week. Yeah, I tried that shit. You can't. The only way I could do it is I'd have to give up travel. I'd have to give up travel because I've run more in the last month than I have in the last 9 years. I've done more activity, I think, in the last 30 days than I have since I was like 27, which is actually okay. I'm actually recovering fine, except running volume got upped because running volume from zero, because my running volume was shit. That moving up in any capacity sucked. So now it's just going to suck even more, especially because I missed a week. I usually want everything everyone puts out, but I have YouTube open all day. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering. I'm like, is it? I feel like no one's really gonna be upset if I halved my volume, because also half my volume, and I'm being objective, is like more than most people. So maybe half is just a regular person. Listening like it's a podcast on my drive home. Convinced Sony to do the garage sale Evil Empire this year, asking for a friend. Josh, I'm asking. We're trying. There is something in the way that may dictate whether or not that happens, and I don't know just yet. Hopefully, I think it's like I think it's. We've talked to Dan about it. We want, like, me and Chris want to do it there, so we're trying to figure that out. If you guys don't know, Evil Empire is Jesse Driftwood's studio. It's hard to keep up with creators. How much is always going on? Yeah, and also like sometimes I want to like travel, maybe bang out 2 videos in like 2 weeks that I think are going to do really well. And I think when I had like lower volume and I was traveling a lot, like it was way cooler. Like I still think one of my favorite videos was the Lumix S9 launch, honestly. And that was like the only video commitment that I had the whole 2 weeks I was there, and that was way more fun. And it looks really good, so I kind of want to do that. And like if I can make 5 videos a month or even 6, I feel like that would help. Like I feel like that's going to be a little bit easier, and also I could diversify content because like right now um because I'm making so much long form stuff, I'm really bad at short form. Unless it's like a paid, I have to put up my Artlist reel today. I forgot. But like I'm so bad at short form, and I'm not consistent with live streaming. So I want to be able to diversify a little bit. And short form and live streams are a little bit um they're a little bit easier. Like live streams, I could do this. I could walk on the treadmill. I could talk, get my steps in, I get all this stuff done. I actually might stop this at 10,000 steps now that I think about it. And I'm at 7,300. But I can do 2 things at once, and then I get short form in. And short form's kind of easy to get. And I want to try that out. So I'm about to start doubling my video output, which will be about half of yours. Yeah, some of you guys don't remember the lore, but when I first started doing YouTube, I think my first year I put out 112 long form videos, which is not 3 days a week, but it was just over 2. Like it was 2 and a bit. I also put up, I think, like 230 shorts. It was a lot, and I don't think I'd ever do that again. So the amount of videos posted on your channel is crazy. Yes, and the reason why is because I used to be one of those people that would complain that big YouTubers get all the opportunities, and then I didn't really equate for maybe they just have posted more than I did. So I figured the variable to control was output. So then I tripled up and doubled, like, and made a lot of output. And lo and behold, well, we're in a better position. So watch whatever they put out. Okay, Menace, Mitch. So my question is, how many do you watch like in a week? Like, if I posted every single day, would you watch every video? Would you be like, hey, like I can't keep up, bro? That's a lot of videos in 1 week. Keeping in mind, you also like everyone else posts channels too. I'm not unaware that everyone has their favorite channel. except when it's Cam Mackey. I'm surprised when that is. I watch most videos from maybe 5 or 6 different creators and never miss a film ride. Okay. Shorts, all of them. Long form. Okay, so you watch all shorts and creators. Long form, maybe 2 a week. I also feel like too many long form gets lost in the noise of other subs I have. Okay, fair enough. Yes, Hamilton. That's the first time I've seen someone say Hamilton representation on this channel. I watched the Lumix S9 video like 5 times at yours and Cam's. Literally the reason why. Oh, respects. Yeah, that was fun. That was really, really fun. I wish I had longer time to like do that. Like I did some Utah stuff too, and that was fun because like it was the only thing I had to do that week. And I kind of want to do that a little bit more. Where like if I have a particular video for the week, I'm like that's the only thing I have to do. Like this A75 stuff, you're gonna see a lot of footage from the same place. Maybe not the same shots, but a lot of footage from the same place, so it'll feel like you're seeing the same thing. But that's because I had 6 days with the camera and made 5 videos on top of the 2 sponsorship obligations that I have in 6 days. There's only so much you can do and so far you can go. If I took that down by 60%, can I just have really cool videos that like have a little bit longer shelf life? TIFF is great too if you like sports, Leaf Jays, Argos, Raptors, CFC. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff sports in the summertime too. I think NHL just starts this year. Cognition, what's going on, boss? Wait, this is live? Of course it's live, bro. Have you ever tried pulling short form pieces from your long form? I feel like the way that I do long form, making it short form wouldn't do well because like my content delivery is very much augmented, like very much geared towards being a long form experience. So I haven't figured out how to do that yet. The Conrad, the hard part with doing an Evil Empire is that so many people live in Toronto that it's hard to get everyone to convince them to go over to Hamilton to do it. Because Hamilton on a good day is going to take you like 45 minutes to get there, where there's so many people that live in Toronto that just take public transit. So it's a great studio. Great sale. Oh, thank you, man. Okay, so like people like the travel themed videos. Okay. All right. Bro, I loved your FX6 videos. So I stopped making FX6 videos when I got to like 50 of them because I ran out of things to say about the FX6. It kind of just got like I ended up just repeating myself over and over again. Fun fact: we actually did a campaign yesterday, and we shot on 2 FX6s, and like most people outside of the DP and our key group, I didn't know. And then I get like messages after the fact, and then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, like I watched your FX6 stuff." I'm like, "Oh, cool, okay, that's awesome." But I like that series. I think I like that a lot. I'm halfway thinking about doing that again with other cameras, but like it's a lot, man. And like with I still have 2 clients that maybe they pay well, so I don't want to necessarily let go of those. And then there's a stock series that's going to take up a lot of the year. It's hard to make, and the hard part with the dock series is that each dock's a different brand. So like I got one with Fuji, one with Blackmagic, one with Sony, one with Canon. So there's so many cameras. Like we're not using the same cameras for every single one. We're fundamentally using different stuff. So that's kind of hard. Jay Vasquez, how's the mic treating you? Well, how's it sound, bro? It sounds pretty good. I like using it because it's wireless. So we've been on stream for about an hour and 15. I've got about 8,000 steps in. I'm almost done for the day. I can do this wirelessly. I like it. I also have this guy, Havasher M7. I'm just doing a video on the Mouno mic, but I think it's solid, and I think it's versatile. Like I could literally, I could walk out of the room with this on. So I watch about 10 videos a day when I'm doing posts or chilling. I'm doing production for the day. I'm only watching sleep that day. Yeah, I feel that too. Like I can get into I don't watch a lot of YouTube camera videos. I watch a lot of like movies and Marvel and stuff. I could watch like 10 videos in a day and not even be worried about it. I'm chronically listening to something. So yeah, Def Watch 7, but also really like cam stuff. It doesn't post extremely frequently, so I look forward when I see you drop those. Yeah. Okay. So like general consensus is if you really like the creator, you'll watch everything eventually. Most people will probably watch like a video a day. I feel like if you're sick to making short form videos only for financial obligations and because you want to have fun but keep the long form videos more professional videos, you might make you feel less burnt out. I actually want to do it the other way around. So like I actually want to make short form videos for fun. Like I want to try being good at short form. I want like it's a skill set that I'm realizing that I suck at, which um I need to get better at. So for example, like I'm not in the greatest shape in the world. So I figured, why don't I try getting in better shape? Because I suck at it. If I suck at it, I should probably do it. So I'm trying to do short form like that. Even like live streaming. Like I want to be good at making media. And there's some things I have to acknowledge I'm not great at. So Marcus, man, I'll see you later. See you in the Discord chat. I'm gonna start building up that Discord chat a little bit better, so that way it's a lot easier and it's more interactive and stuff. I just wrapped the block of a multi-million-dollar TV show, and we're shooting on 2 FX6s on an RS4 gimbal, and they're still camera production. I love them. Yeah. Josh was funny because I was doing something. I think you might know Daryl Wong. And we were shooting. We had to shoot like 40 vertical vignettes. First thing we talked about is like, hey, we should have shot this in 3x2. But the FX6 was like the agency, I guess, told the client that's what we're going to use, and they were already down for it. And by the time we pulled up, they had already like prepped and rented them. But I still think the FX6 is its own kind of. There's no other. I mean, I guess the C400, but outside of that, there's not a lot of cameras that are the FX6 class, so it's hard to compare them to anything. I invite you. Man, I'm cool when it's tight knit, bro. The amount of viewers that come to the live stream, I barely see them. Like I don't even see the thing at the top here. I don't mind it, bro. I appreciate it though. Oh, y'all like Cam Mackey. Taking more time allows more time to make videos way more entertaining. Fine. Yeah, like when hopefully I'm trying my best to find out a good flight and hotel for Houston, but I want to do a video on fitness cinematography and like not necessarily like here's how to do one of these mirrorless cameras. Like I'm gonna take my Pixis, I want to take good lenses. I want to do all that other stuff. Hang on one second. This thing is killing me right now. My HDMI cable is all screwed up. Oh, she cooked? How is my what's it called cooked up? That's a terrible freeze frame too. Can you guys still hear me? Hang on a minute. Sorry, I was on a real good wave there too. Let me see, Kofi. Am I frozen out? Am I frozen out? Oh yeah, I'm frozen. I am frozen out in that situation right there. Let me just. That's crazy. That's crazy work. It's weird because my HDMI cable disconnected, but like the HDMI shouldn't affect my eCam. Yeah, I got frozen up, eh? Let me just see this real quick. Yeah, so hang on one second, guys. You know what I might have to do? All right, we're down here. All right, we back. Changing not for good. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I think it's going to be good. The change is going to be nice. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, you'll be on Santa's list. Do you guys want to see more fitness lifestyle camera infused content? That's what I'm going to start doing because I feel like my trainer and I have been talking about it. Or like even just parts of videos, I just kind of set it up on a tripod and let it run. Like the Threadmill desktop. Yeah, man. We're actually doing this this stream. Trying to get 10,000 steps every stream. Honestly, what's going to end up happening is I might like this so much that I might start daily streaming because I can get my cardio in, which is wild. So, the Discord name, Conrad, is called Creative Nephews because obviously I am the Wofa Kofi, Uncle Kofi. Depends on the model host is. It'd be me, essentially. The FX6 is the industry standard at the moment. I think the C80 will be up there now. Yeah, and honestly, I think what's funny is I had this conversation with my DP yesterday, and we were just talking about, like, it's not necessarily the merits of camera now that are putting things in the industry. It's just that people are familiar, and they don't want to change anything. Which, fine, granted. But for the most part, when we were having the conversation, like, a lot of it, audio messed up, audio source changed. My audio source changed to my Mac microphone. Oh, you know what? Something happened here. Sorry, guys. Let me just re-hook that back in. Should be there now. Hey. There, we have audio again. Um, but yeah, I was talking to my DP about like cameras and stuff. It's just the industry slow to do stuff. It's not necessarily the cameras are bad or good. It's just like when you get comfortable, you get comfortable. Every time Cam posts, I walk with anger, making action cam footage look better than my cinema cameras. The disrespect, that's wild. That's fair too. Oh, that makes sense. No, no. So APC, what ended up happening is my HDMI cable's just been like on the fritz this whole time. So, um, it's been screwing up everything. Big for either steps, and I'm also competing in races and shit too, man. Like I compete in bodybuilding and powerlifting for a little bit. I know that with consistency, I'm in far better shape, and I just stopped doing it. And I think most of it was like I'm making 12 videos a month, and I'm working on set 4 to 7 days a week or a month. I also have like long form stuff, family stuff, and all this other stuff. So part of lowering my output is I think I could still make just as good quality videos making less, but also take my training volume up a lot more. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. We need leaderboard, so watch your stream can compare the steps while watching. That'd actually be sick. Wireless podcast mic, yeah, no audio now. My bad. I know. I reconnected it. I reconnected it. Love Kim accurate about OpenGate. It's still there. NFL most signed with huge agreement. Sony. Yeah, but like, so the way that I'll explain Sony with the tech partnership thing, it's kind of like being the first string quarterback on the football team, but your dad's the head coach. That doesn't mean you're a bad quarterback, but like your dad's a head coach. But yeah, in terms of this industry standard, sometimes it gets set more based on the relationships between brand and industry, not necessarily the merit of what the thing can do. Because that's been a conversation I've had on a couple of sets where it's not that, oh, this camera is so good. It's like my producer either doesn't know any better and then just knows what a Sony FX3 is, or there's some sort of tech partnership going on that would influence that decision being made in the first place. There's a fine line between. So my fitness content wouldn't be the main draw of the video. Um, my thing would be like, for example, I did a video on the Laowa 10 millimeter last year, and then I had to do a deadlift session, and then just part of the video was a deadlift session, and that was like that's as far as I want to go in terms of putting fitness content in videos. I don't necessarily need it. I don't want a fitness channel. I don't care. But I'd like to put that into there so that way, like, if you guys want to see more footage in a particular lens, I don't have to go and spend five, six, $700 on a studio in order to do that. So that's kind of where I'm coming at it from. The best camera is the one you didn't forget at home. I mean, I know that's right because I do that often. What lens do you recommend on a Gun C70? Zoom lens. I mean, if you could handhold that 28 to 70, I think that's cool. Dima 8K. What do you think? Is there any reason to buy a used Red Dragon 6K already to use a rig 4K instead of Komodo XZR? If you're making creative stuff and not commercials and the client's not paying you, buy whatever you want, bro. I think you'd be happy either way, but it kind of depends on what you're shooting too, right? Like I can't tell you what you're going to like in terms of making stuff for yourself. That'd be insane for me to tell you. Yes. What? So APC, I think what where Cam's coming at this, the same thing that like the second part of that conversation is sometimes those requirements are created because there is a industry relationship with that type of brand that makes that the standard, not so much as I want all intra log because all intra log only at a Sony cameras is spectacular. It's just I am used to that and I don't know anything else, so I'm going to ask for it. I think that's where the fine line becomes a little bit. Where we at? We had 10,000 yet? We got about 1,000 left. You know what? When I hit 10,000 steps, I'll call the stream. That's what I'll do. 10,000 steps. I got 1,000 more steps left. I like you guys, but not enough to walk for 2 hours. I can't do that every day. My feet will hurt. Where's Terry Warfield? He crashes the party. I think he moved. He's doing some stuff. He's doing some house stuff today. He's getting a new setup going on. So, hey, what's going on? Jove, you didn't miss much. Just having a little come to Jesus moment on the channel. I think I'm gonna output a little less, and really, we're starting to hear the breathing. Roman, you ain't hear shit. Get out of here with that. But wait, basically what you missed, I'm going to output a little bit less. I'm going to try to focus on having bigger videos, better videos, and maybe not posting 12 times a month because that's exhausting. But also I'm going to do more live streams, short form content. I'm going to try to spread out the content, but make it the best I possibly can. Watching on my phone, so I technically, hang on a second, Menace Midge. Watching on my phone, so I technically just used your forehead to pay for snacks at the gas station. Let's go. Yeah, quality versus quantity. You know what the thing is, in terms of the tech videos and like the comparisons and going over features, personally, I feel like I've told you everything I know already. Like, I don't think there's anything, sorry, I'm like burping and hiccuping at the same time. I personally don't think there's anything that I haven't told you already. Even these A75 videos, like as I'm doing them, as I'm watching them back, I'm like, I already told you guys this shit already. Like, what am I doing anymore, right? It'll get views, it'll run it up, it'll be fine. But like, you already know. So whatever's left is better ideas, and that's what I want to be about right now. So, and bigger ideas. Nikon ZR is absolutely the best starter. Creative camera, giving the most option creativity, be able to use Sony email lenses, autofocus lenses. There you go. I don't like telling you what camera to buy. I kind of actually, I don't know if you guys know this or you guys get annoyed by this, but I don't answer those questions directly. I like the comment section kind of answer those for me. And the reason is, I mean, it's a little bit of a weird reason, but whatever, I'll say it, is sometimes what ends up happening is when people buy cameras off a recommendation, but they don't give a lot of information in terms of how that goes. When something doesn't work out, they don't necessarily say, oh, you know what, I didn't do enough research, I didn't do that kind of thing. They'll just blame the creator that told them. So I don't want to be responsible for a decision being made based off of not necessarily giving all the information in the first place. And it's impossible for me to try to qualify and diagnose every single person. So I usually let the comment section do that because it's way easier. Honestly, you're long overdue for a break, my guy, but I won't lie. Since I got my ZR, I've been running back all the videos from you and Talbot. Hey, I'll take that on the chin. I'll take that to the bank, actually. But yeah, I'm on break right now. Like, live streams feel like a break because I'm getting cardio in. I'm a not introvert. I'm an extroverted person. So this is kind of like hitting two birds with one stone. I have no problem doing this. I could honestly, if I didn't have stuff to do today, I could do this all day. But yeah, this is fun. This is a break. This is not bad at all. Making long form videos, 20 minutes long, will take me like 15 hours to make. That's too much. Yeah, the people who are asking for tech lists are now 20 to 25 years old. I love new tech. I'm getting requests on OpenGate, iPhone Pro, Res, all that. I might be on the opposite of that because I've had producers that are the same age as me that absolutely know nothing. And they're just like, I heard the FX3 is good. That's what we want. And I'm like, there's better options, but okay. But yeah, at least like producers I've worked with, like a lot of them know like 4 or 5 cameras and like 4 or 5 buzzwords, and then they just default to that until something else comes out, or gets a lot of traction enough that they care to know what it is. Hey, Mitch, have a good one, man. Bro, what's the camera of the year in my POV? You might not agree with this. I'm gonna take my Pixis 12K, and I will not explain any further. That doesn't mean it has the best features, but I'm just saying in terms of the camera I like the most this year, Pixis 12K. I'll sit here comfortably and be like, I know I don't have autofocus. I don't care. I know it's big. I don't care. Pixis 12K for video. Photo, GFX 100. And I'm not going to explain. Prove me wrong. Open gate is irrelevant. I ain't going to fight you. If you want to believe what you want to. Hey, some people believe in different religions. Why am I going to fight you on that? If you don't like open gate, you don't like open gate. I'm going to tell you that there's more to it than the open gate, but I'm not going to fight you. I ain't trying to. I don't got energy. I'm old, bro. My back hurt. You know, my pants don't fit like they used to. I'm trying to get my steps in, trying to talk about cameras. I ain't trying to change your worldview. If you don't like open gate, you don't like open gate. I know Greg's kidding. Yeah, what my steps at? I'm trying to get off this thing soon. 92 minutes. We killing it right now. We killing it right now. I might do this all the way through summer. You might see a whole different Kofi, bro. Peeps are tech savvy, so it's crazy. Yeah, you'd be so surprised, man. Like clients and agencies, they don't know what the hell they're talking. That's wrong. Let me be correct. Agencies and clients, I think it's kind of like when you say you want to drive. Someone says they want to drive a Porsche. You know what I'm saying? No one really. A lot of people that want to drive a Porsche don't even know why they want to drive a Porsche. They just know that Porsche is a good name, so they'll gravitate to it. I feel like that sometimes happens in cameras in production, and it gives the illusion that this is the best camera, and it's like, nah. You know how long? You know how hard it is to say the Lumix S1R Mark II? That's too long of a goddamn name. I could say FX3 just fine, and sometimes it comes down to just that. I'm 10 years older than you. Then why are you trying to fight me, Greg? Why are you trying to fight me? I'm just a young one. I'm just a young buck. Why are you trying to fight me then? If you're 10 years older than me, you're 10 years my senior. I'm just a young boy. You sent the super chat, so you know I'm not gonna give you too much flack, but hey. Karim. Oh my god, that's the my answer as well. It's so underrated. Blackmagic plays on a different level, but doesn't have the same rep as other companies. But I agree with you all. Anyways, yeah, man. I like my Pixis a lot. Like that, honestly, I'm trying to figure out a way that I can feasibly make it work taking it to Ghana because it's a lot of camera. It's kind of hard to carry around and be inconspicuous. But I'm gonna figure it out because I like every time I shoot something I think like that I really like and think like I shoot a cool project. I'll shoot on another camera and I'll be like, I should have brought up the Pixis. Like I should have brought that one out. So even when I bring the ZR, like I was gonna bring the ZR and just be like, no, I'll just rock with the ZR for the whole time. And I thought about it. I'm like, there's gonna be times where I'm gonna wish I had the Pixis on me. So everyone wants to buy an expensive European car until their first oil exchange. Facts. Yeah, sometimes it comes down to that naming convention. Yeah, some people don't even want to say red camera names. Like, it's you know how hard it was when Red had like Ravens and Epics and Geminis and all the other stuff. I'm like, that's too many words, bro. That's too many syllables. Just say, are you bringing the red? Ari did it right. Ari said Ari Alexa, and you knew whatever Ari Alexa you were gonna get, you just always got an Ari Alexa. The Mini LF, the XT, or whatever the hell it was still an Ari Alexa. The whole other things at the bottom, I still heard Ari Alexa. When I hear Sony FSR7, I'm like, nah, bro, they're not going to call that name out for that camera. They don't care. Looking forward to buying those suction cup screens from New Westminster, BC. Living the journey. I am hoping we get those things in stock. I have already bothered everybody at Condor Blue. I saw B Wash's live stream. I was on set, so I couldn't be there live. I hope we get those in stock soon. They sell out real quick. Like we'll get some, and I'll be like, cool, let me make a reel. And they're like, nah, I sold out. And I'm like, okay, never mind. And we've been like that since April, which is a great thing to have, right? It's a great thing to always be sold out, I guess. I just mentioned open gate to get your heart rate up. My heart rate's chill. Honestly, that video was more me being a little bit annoyed that the conversation points were a little disingenuous in how people are going about the open gate conversation. Less so trying to prove you that open gate's not overrated. I think sometimes creators, we sometimes have takes that are a little out of touch, right? Because it's easy to say how much you don't need something when your paycheck doesn't depend on it, right? So that's what I mean. All right, let me see what my steps at now. Oh, we hit the big 10K. You know what that means? I'm gonna call it the stream. I like this format. I get my steps in. You know, we're getting in shape. I might hit another 10K tomorrow. You know what? Do you like? How do we feel about this stream? I actually feel like way better. Actually, this is actually way easier to make content with when I'm on the treadmill. If we want more of this, I got no problem with this. We could do this format all day long. So y'all let me know. Black Magic is standard for live streams North Pacific West. You know what? Let me just. Yeah, you know what? I'm done. Got my 10K steps in. We're all good to go. Now I'm about to go and consume all those calories back because I got my family Christmas. So I think I'm gonna do a lot more of the treadmill live streams. This is a great way. Like honestly, you know what? And I'm not even meaning like I don't care if you use my affiliate links or not. If you guys in 2026, one of the things that you guys can do for your business is and I've started to realize this when I was in better shape when I started doing video, get in the best shape of your life. Or at least try to do it. Because I think what ends up happening not only in life but in business, when you're kind of more well put together, it's a little bit easier to have those conversations. Also, just business, like you'd be surprised how being in a little bit of shape or filling out a t-shirt helps you out. But also a lot of things bother you a lot less, right? Like I know there's a lot of camera drama that's happened this year, and honestly, a lot of it I've done my best to stay out of, unless somebody asked me directly or asked me like 1,500 times. But for the most part, I find that like I'm not as bothered when I'm exercising, hitting my protein, I'm sleeping. A lot of other things bother me way less. So I don't know, something to keep in mind. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just gonna go enjoy my family. I'll finish on some of these edits, and the first A75 video will be tomorrow after I run a bunch of community notes on myself because there's some things that I got wrong. So once again, thanks everybody for coming through. Thank you to the super chats for Mac, Greg, Marcus, three people that Greg's still here, but three people that two of which aren't here. But if I don't see ya, Merry Christmas. Yeah, you know what? I might hit this again tomorrow because I want to try to get my steps in, and this is actually a cool way of doing it. And I also didn't realize almost 2 hours went by. So this is for people to get the bag. I wish it wasn't some. For some people, it is. And some people are tired. I'll say that. I say there's people doing it for different reasons. I think I might be on the more side of things of like, in order to have better conversations, you have to say the uncomfortable thing. And there are some people that, in my opinion, maybe aren't getting the things that they want. So the best next case scenario is to turn heel and try to rage bait your way into getting what you want, which is never a good thing. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at my 2 cents. I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.